Alright folks, here we are. We're in the toy again, looking for a good angle. I'm trying to get an angle that makes me look skinny. No, just kidding. Just jumped out of the shower, and we're in the toy, as you can see. Bright, beautiful day out there today. No rain today. No rain for 4 or 5 days. That's living in the east, okay? So we're headed, I'm looking for more light. There's the light. So we're headed for Fayettevilla. We're in the toy, like I said, and we'll cover why we're going to Fayetteville in the next couple of minutes, okay? So y'all hang in there, all right? I have to bobble a little bit, but you know, I'm getting better. There she is, folks, the toy, the Geo tracker is doing 57 miles an hour. Trackers are not fast. We're on Interstate 95 headed north. There's some raindrops on the windshield. I don't know whether that's gonna mess us up or not, but we're headed towards Fayetteville, North Carolina. Let's cover that word towards. All right, most of you folks would probably go toward Fayetteville, North Carolina. We go towards because I am a hillbilly. Not only just a hillbilly, I'm a southern hillbilly from the Appalachian Mountain. The Appalachian Mountain chain runs from Georgia to Maine. Y'all know that because the Appalachian Trail also runs all the way. And I know this is boring looking at this, but it's a good story. So the linguists, yes, I'm allowed to say that word. Even as a hillbilly, I have a degree from a major university, a BS in animal science, as a matter of fact, with a minor in sociology. So the linguists have determined that the language that the southern hillbillies speak is an actual language. It's not a dead language. It's a living, growing language. It's a legitimate language. What is a dead language? Well, everybody's heard of Latin. Latin's a dead language because it never changes. The reason it never changes, people don't use it. And if the small number of people that do use it were to change some of the words or phrases, then no one else would understand it because no one would know about it. Our words evolve, evolution of language. There's another big word, it's more than one syllable. I'm allowed to say that. Got that college education behind me. But let's cover evolution of a language. We said the other day when I was fixing to work on the top of the travel trailer on that leak, fixing. Y'all would say you're going to fix the top of it, or you would say that you plan to, or that you're going to fix the top. We're fixing. Why fixing? Because in our life as hillbillies, and I know it's modern times now, but the language evolves. We have shortened a lot of things, okay? The Indians sometimes have one word that means a whole sentence. Well, the hillbillies is sort of like that, but the word fixing involved because if you were going to go work on the roof barn, that meant you were going to fix it. But you were fixing to. What were you fixing to? Well, you got to gather up a hammer, some nails, some wooden shingles, a ladder. You're fixing to, okay? So before you even get to fixing the roof, you got to fix the scenario to be able to fix the roof. So then we'll get to towards. Towards would be toward. Okay, 2 syllable. Towards. Okay, I'm going towards. Alright, that is just quite simply, I have no idea, but that's the way everybody says it. I guess it just shortens things up. Going towards Fayetteville versus going toward Fayetteville. Maybe, I don't know. That one you got me on. So I'm going to cut you off now. But before I go, I'll tell you that I'm headed towards Fayetteville, North Carolina. It is, to a lot of folks, called Fayettenam. Okay, that's another story. We'll get on to that story while we're up here in Fayettenam. Fayettenam, like Nam. Okay, there's a Nam, N-A-M, on the end of Fayette. instead of Ville instead of Fayetteville. So I'll tell you the story of why it's called that. Alright, y'all be good and hang on for the next little segment of this video. By the way, let me say, howdy YouTube, this is Bill. I'm the Cowboy Saddle Tramp, and I live for adventure and travel. Thank you. Right, folks, here we are today. There it is. That's the Cape Fear Orthotics and Prosthetic. We tried again. Cape Fear Orthotics and Prosthetics. Elmer Spellman owns it and runs it. He's an independent. He's not a chain like the big chain leg makers. He is the guy that makes the artificial legs, or they're called a prosthesis, for the one-legged cowboy. And he does a darn good job. And so we're up here today to get fitted for a new leg. He'll make a cast and take all kinds of measurements and everything. And then maybe in a week or so we'll come back and get a new leg. Alright, just wanted to show you that. Now, hold on, I'm going to shut you off. I'll come back later. Okay, so it wasn't time yet to go to the Prostheticist. This is a one-legged man walking without his cane. Look, watch that Jeep move. Trying to move this steady like, but I'm going to zoom in. We had lunch. I met an ex-girlfriend here. We had lunch right there at the Blue Moon Cafe. It's sort of blue and yellow looking. Right there. See the American flags? Right there. Alright. Then we came over here to a foo-foo coffee shop. Okay. Right there. Rude Awakenings, and had some tiramisu and some kind of foo-foo coffee. This is old downtown Fayetteville. Back in the day, this was called Fayettenam because most of the retail had moved out to outlying malls and shopping centers, and most of this down here was bars and dance halls and ladies of the evening. Us cowboys like to call them that. They walked the streets and stood on the corners here. Okay, so this is Fayettenam. And it was called that because during Vietnam, this was a hugely popular place. Here's someone with a nice camera. He could probably shoot elephants with that camera and kill them. And these folks are just walking up and down the street. I'm waiting on the car to get here and pick me up. So, there you go, folks. Fayettenam and the story behind it. Here we are today. We're at the Prostheticist now, getting measured. He just made the cast. When you get your new leg, you walk through there. Uh-oh, there I am without my hat. Hat's still here. But this is some of Elmer's folks that he's made legs for. That's Elmer right there, Perla. She was an Olympic competitor, Beijing. I think she won something. I'm not sure. Here she is. Let's so this is Elmer Spellman. He is my prostheticist.
You hyperextended.
Yeah, this is my prostheticist. He's a cool dude, and he's the guy that made Perla's leg. Thank y'all.
Well, later.